But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls.
It was the bucket.
Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself?
Bucket, how could you?
How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds.
What?
Silly birds.
What?
The control buttons became active again.
What?
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions.
This is a bucket.
Dear God.
There's more.
No.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Poggers!
Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back? No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
360 no scope.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
The occasion.
Um.
Enjoy.
Oh my goodness.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
It took him 8 minutes. Do I really have to do this? I thought once I set it up I didn't have to do this again. Hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12:00 and call it a day. You're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whatever time you want. Even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. What? What? I
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Wait. Is this actually legit? It's not a jib. The bucket must live on. The bucket will be free. And that is the start of Megamind.
I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once
What
and
debate?
for all. Here we
I'm
go.
in a bloody closet.
There. Now
What?
it's settled. No more
What?
debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical
What?
diatribes
What?
about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
That's what the bucket gets. Stamp
All right,
it.
I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate.
What?
You see? I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket.
I could have stayed in here the
It
whole
really is a
time, the
wide
first time
variety of
round.
applications
Are you
for this
serious? I could have stayed here the first time round.
and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place.
Okay.
How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
This confusion.
They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before.
But they
Yes,
like
I
the
know
bucket.
I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the adventure line?
No,
We could
no, I
make
do
the
not.
adventure line go somewhere new. Yes, yes,
No.
that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
No. 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 Last time I ended up somewhere without my clothes. I mean what?
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
No. No.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the bucket destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved TheStanleyParable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic TheStanleyParable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Oh my eyes. Flashbang. Okay. What? What?
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
That's it. That's it.
of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What?
are you talking about? He screamed. You're a bucket!
What?
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was
What?
young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even
What?
louder.
It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. Ayo? 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 No! 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 What do we have here? Ayo? Hello? Wait. Is this the desert? Nanny? Oh, great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Really wants me to do that, doesn't it? Alright. You get your time. Get the correct time. What? Oh my god. I can't. No
This
way.
is the story of a man named Stanley. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it! I win! I made a sequel to the Stanley Parable.
Oh, no.
Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you, clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over the gamers. It is a sweet salve of victory on my soul.
No,
Thank
it
you
wasn't.
For enjoying the new
It wasn't a
content.
victory.
The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket. I win. 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 I win.
It's bucket or nothing! Surprise your friends, amaze your family, annoy perfect strangers!
It's absolutely nothing.
Free for only $99.99. That's it! You're getting dismantled!
I want my achievement though.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Is there gonna be 2 buckets? There is. There's 2 buckets.
Wait,
There's 2
there are 2 buckets here? How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful.
Yes.
With 2 buckets, there's
You
no
me
telling.
too.
Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Oh.
Stanley! Oh, thank God, I didn't lose you. Stanley, the power of 2 buckets was too much. I had
No.
to destroy both of them.
No.
I know how much the bucket meant to you.
No.
Don't take the risk.
No.
I hope one day you can forgive me.
I will never forgive you. He took away my bucket.